you should know when I start shaking my head like that, it only means one thing. More Christian letters. So we have questions right here that were written to him. We'll go through them. Dear Chris, thank you for your response and for answering my questions. I hope all is well with you and you are doing okay in spite of the circumstances. I'm sorry to hear your case received a second continuance. I'm glad you say Bella. I'm glad you say Bella for what she really is. Hopefully, karma bites her in the ass. But we had some questions. Have you been playing basketball and has it been fun? We know you used to be a basketball team manager in high school. Is it nostalgic? Is Bionic the Hedgehog giving you any pointers? Have you considered using the library to run Dungeons and Dragons, Vampire the Masquerade, or Shadowrun? These are fun pen and paper RPGs. A buddy of mine was in prison for a few years and he discovered the hobby of RPGs behind bars. I know you are a creative type and good at writing stories. Yeah, no shit. And think you'd make a good dungeon master or game master. There's not much to do, so I figured it's good entertainment. As I imagine prison jail is boring. I imagine it's lonely there, and this could be a way to make some friends and meet people. Not to mention there are books you can read like that. Read that are likely good entertainment. Not as good as video games, but you gotta play the hand that you're dealt sometimes. I asked about improved items in regards to improved items to see what sort of things you can get. It sounded like, and correct me if I'm wrong, the jail only takes monetary donations. I was curious to know if you knew that there was a handheld console that can be purchased by inmates in all states. The games aren't great, but it's something. If that was on your list of approved items, you could get us a price. Someone out there might have cash and be able to send you a monetary sum that would allow you to buy it. I did some research and apparently it's possible to get an Xbox in certain states, sadly not in Virginia, but I believe that the handheld consoles are still available in all states. What's going on with Fiona? Are you guys done? Some recent updates still sound like she's still in love with you. Have you been in contact with her? Do you plan to meet her when you get out? Or have you severed ties with her like Bella? Her actions, although extreme, seem to be taken to get you out of Bella's clutches. She apparently still wants to bury your child, which I will never fucking understand that shit. Maybe a conjugal visit could be arranged. What are you looking forward to do when you doing most when you get out? Any big celebratory plans when you're free? Any video games you want to play? Transformers toys or Legos you want to play with, or movies, TV shows you want to watch? You mentioned you have been to other dimensions. What is heaven like? Have you been there? How does it compare to Quickville? Are there other heaven dimensions you've been to? Any hell dimensions? How long ago? Okay. I wrote this letter to you many years ago about changing the Amy Rose part of the Sonic 2 girl into Sally Acorn. Most hardcore Sonic the Hedgehog fans hate and despise Amy Rose as they find her obnoxious. Unlike Sally Acorn, because she's badass and intelligent. I mean, that is true. Your Rose shoes are way better than Amy Rose ever was, to the point where they are too much better. They more closely resemble Sally. Is there any chance with the dimensional merge going on that could happen and the Rose shoes could become Acorn shoes or Sally shoes? Maybe there is a Sally Acorn shoe somewhere in Quickville or an adjoining dimension. Have you been to the Boondocks universe? Really? I met Tom Dubois. He is a lawyer and knows much about people in your situation. He might be able to help and he might be helpful and sympathetic to your cause. Going to the Transformers Afterlife. the well of all sparks and recruiting some dead warrior transformers like Ironhide or Dinobot might also be helpful, so some tough guys have your back. Any thoughts on YouTubers Dylan Thomas, Gibby, or Smokey McCrack? I'm just not popular yet. They make a lot of videos on you more since they make a lot of videos on you more so since your arrest. I mean, I think pretty sure that was supposed to be a statement, not a question. You mentioned the real player one. What is that? Can you explain a bit more? Just curious. Does it have anything? Anything to do with the hyperdimension Neptunia or Ready Player One? Or does this have to do with the Super Nintendo game, The Lawnmower Man? It seemed like there were items you wanted to go home and get before you went to jail. If you don't mind me asking, what were those items? Probably is fucking Legos. Maybe we could try and buy you some replacement items and have them ready for when you get out. This person, well, then again, we've said before, he probably is going to walk away scot-free. That's how it's going to be. When you are out, do you plan on doing the kill stream with Ethan and Ralph like you had agreed to at your arrest? He seemed to really want to have you on a show. I have a few other questions, but know how you hate the number 13 as it's unlucky, so I will save them for another time. Wishing you positive vibes and blessings of wellness. P.S. I'm sure you're aware of Geno Samuel, the guy who made the 64-part documentary about you. The events of August 1st were too shocking for him, and he halted production on his series about you till next year. So we have the actual ones, which is stupid because it like here's the first one, and then you have to go that way, or that way rather. So you have to go the opposite way, or we can just read from the transcript, which we'll probably do. Hey, blank, rest assured a lot more than karma shall bite Bella's ass around Judgment Day. Also, numerology-wise, 13 is not as unfortunate as most consider it to be. Neither is 666. 1 plus 3 equals 4 from the 13. And repeating sixes are actually a message from the angels. Look up the numerology chart online for more information. Meanwhile, about your questions. I had played a bit of basketball in the rec room, but the rec room has been restricted from me for a while now, so I wish it is also a response. Nostalgic, yes. Bionic has given me... No, he hasn't. Don't fucking lie. You completely forgot about Bionic. Bionic has given me some tips, and playing a game with him without flying is fun. Chris, shut the fuck up. The library is not large enough for D&D. Yes, I like to read, and I have considered eventually becoming a dungeon master for a group. Okay, this part you may share online in efforts to reach her on my behalf. I still care about Fiona and her future. I have foreknown of my arrest and the circumstances that would pin her emotions, especially in regards to the nasty plot Bella would have instigated. As a major casualty has been a great concern of mine. I even warned her verbally, spoiler-free, of the ship between her and I not likely lasting long, and there being a risk. I feel for her as well, in my goddess duties during the jail time of my body. I have traveled to her state to visit, heal, and so he's fucking her too, and help her from my actual manifested position. Through my body, do wish to make contact with her, or do wish to contact her, but I really should have written and memorized the phone numbers on my phone number as well. Anything else that may happen between her and I, you all just leave that between her and I. My second coming, at this point, I'm sure that it's multiple comings, especially if he's getting that Fanta. Yeah, am I right? Up top. and transporting the majority of other things to Earth. 1C, don't give a fuck. Before unleashing Judgment Day on the left behind toxic minority. Other details foreseen and foreknown are to be confirmed. Heaven Realm is a hub of commune mostly, and the place no larger than an average metropolis. 3 days on Earth equals 4 months in Heaven and Hell realms. Do the math. Since my first ascension with my body back in Israel over 20-21 years ago, up until the present, well over 8 million years has passed there. For your on Earth 2021 years, counting leap days. A lot has changed with the rules, guidelines, and all between us gods and my mother, Emmanuel, revising and deciding all that. And then please understand, the nation of Quipville, with the cities of Quipville, New Comma, and other cities, not including DC, spans more than half of the state of Virginia. And Quipville is a part of Universe 1C, don't give a fuck, on the Earth, also existing alongside New York and the Avengers, Gotham City in Jersey, and Metropolis in Delaware, with the Justice League Station Square in Quahog in Rhode Island, Springfield in North Central U.S., Elmore in California, blah blah blah. Great, don't care. Smurf Village in Spain. Goku, you mean Inuyasha and Kagome? Living around Japan. Planet Earth alongside the other planets and galaxies, they declare Romania, or what name the planet General Pepper lives on. Cybertron. God. Andromeda Galaxy. Planet Dolan, and so on in the entire universe. But to answer your question, the city of Quipville is a tad smaller than in Heaven Realm. I have visited nearly every since alternate and prime universe, dimension, timeline, and throughout the entire multiverse, and then some. Post-apocalyptic altered timelines are hell enough. Sally Acorn shoes are never happening. Sonic the Hedgehog was the power-up on Who with the Pikachu that manifested the Sonichu and Roschu species, manifesting Chaotic Rainbow in February 2003. Only Hedgehog and Pikachu genetics were within the Chaos Energized Rainbow. No squirrels or chipmunks or whatever else in that. In a distant alternate timeline, Princess Sally Acorn powered up and destroyed Chaos and collided with the Pikachu. But that is not in this timeline here. Should it matter though? It's still an alternate timeline, or alternate dimension, really. So it should still happen. If there's any consolation, there is a regular female Roschu who styled her quills inspired by Sally. It actually became a friend and protege to her. Sal Roschu is her name, not short for Sally either. Dang. The Freemans, Dubois, Ruckus, and all of them reside in a neighborhood on Earth of Universe 1C don't give a fuck as well, alongside everyone else, and any and all disembodied souls, spirits, entities, sparks, ghosts, and all have already been recruited in our ally ships. Ironhide has been respawned and is alive now. Dinobot has been reincarnated elsewhere. Dylan Thomas is a minor trader who failed his divine test. Gibby is alright. I have not consciously learned of smoking McCrack yet. I'm going to end this letter with question 10. I mainly wanted the items in the van I took with me the last night in July. Return to the Sonichu Temple. Fucking A, Chris. Just call it your house. Just fucking call it your house. They all have been personally collected and returned to Barbara Ann Weston Chandler Road. Shut the fuck up, Chris. This is to be confirmed after my second coming and all that. Fortunately, the same day I received your letter, I received another Q&A letter from another follower, and they asked a similar question. I've given consent for the letter to be posted online, and I've asked for the guardian of the Akashic records to field that question of yours. I've written in my goddess logs page as well. I'm going to save for further details, look up the letter online, but for your immediate information, I quote, God damn. I quote, I said, which also transitions to me being the real player one. Yes, in one part, that was a reference to the movie, but serves as a modern iteration of being the one avatar as well. So I think we've gone over this at one point. So then I lived my life as Jesus and continued my immortal walks and books of life up to 1389 with the universe divide. My being thrusted forward in time through the chaotic rainbow of 2003, pounced off a spider, and I, the avatar, landed mind memories, body, soul, and all within Barbara Ann Western Chandler Rose Shoe in May 1981 to be born as Christopher Western Chandler Sonic Shoe on February 24th, 1982, of Charlottesville, Virginia, United States of America. Eventually growing and evolving to your Jesus Christine Western Chandler Sonic. Shut the fuck up, Chris. As you know her now, to some extent at least. Christ Chance Sonic has meditated consciously and inquired of her one and only avatar perception, as well as to why she was recalling the greater memories of the youth and teenage years of her past life as Jesus Christ. Now, if you'd like more greater truths and insights, the Akashic records are always open to all who are highly enlightened, open and not blinding themselves from what said ultimate truths. And if you'd like to know more what the Akashic records are and how you may be able to access them, Google the term. Go forth with peace, clarity, and blessings. Be safe and well. This is Jesus, Christine Weston Chandler, Sonichu, Goddess of Blue Heart, Avatar, Lord, Messiah, Savior, and God of all. Shut the fuck up, Chris. Just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. You know, you would think he would give up on this whole I'm Jesus bullshit, but no, he is just constantly I'm Jesus, I'm Jesus, I'm Jesus. I'm not only Jesus, but I'm a goddess too. I'm also literally God. I'm also fucking Sonichu, and it's just, what the fuck are you, Chris? You gotta pick one thing, buddy boy. But Iwayasha Kagone. The fact that Fiona still possibly wants to be impregnated by this guy. Fiona, you can do so much better than that. And, you know, just call it Sonichu Temple. But so he's pretty much fuck Bella. What else? Evan Realm. Sally. I mean, he said that there's infinite universes and multiverses and this and that of every OG character that you can think of. So, that's been created. So technically, and I said before, Bionic, he completely forgot about Bionic, so don't sit here and tell me, Chris, that Bionic's been giving you tips because you completely forgot about him. You only remembered him when the person brought up Bionic. But yeah, it's too late at night to do this. It's like almost 10 o'clock at night. I'm doing this shit. Anyways, you guys know the drill. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.